Hello. Okay, David. That you can try. That's it. One day only you have tried, right? I'm giving that assignment to you. You people are not giving that assignment to me. I supposed to ask the question, what about that assignment? Not you, right? Okay. Try. One day you can try. If you are not getting, why you are not getting, where the problem? Maybe you can try it in another day. Understood. So like that you can, definitely. There you will be. Okay. Try that. Okay. Now you can see. Very good, Suma. Okay, very good. Now you can see here. Okay, I don't want to answer any question. At the end, guys, I'll give you some time for your question and answer. So please ask any question there. Okay, in between, like, please don't disturb because like it deviates to somewhere else. That is, just keep that in mind. At the end, I'll give the time for you to question and answer. I'll give you some ample of time. Don't worry. Right. So how to create an interface? Interface is going to be created with the help of which keyword? It is created with the interface keyword only. Interface keyword. And one more thing here, the JavaScript is not supported the interface. In JavaScript, we don't have like, interfaces are available. So that even if you're writing that interface, and if you're not writing that interface, it doesn't matter. Even if you write that interface also, you people are not able to see that particular one. That is how it is going to be. And here, an interface can be inherited from another interface also. An interface can be implemented from another interface also. Like that, you can do whatever you want. Maybe let's say I will show you an example here by taking something like, I'll just add an example. The example is going to be interface.ts, that what I can say. Now here you can see I'm going to create an interface. So how we can do that one? Simply, let's say interface person, that what I am creating. And here I am creating a simple variable, that is the name that what I am having. And I just wanted to give something like get name is the function and the type is going to be string if I'll be writing like this. Now you can see if I'll try to provide the implementation here and I'll keep my mouse on here. Now you see it is showing me something like statement terminator is expected. Now what does it mean exactly? It means that whenever if you people have created an interface, you must have to write only the declaration. But if you can write any implementation, then it won't allow you. So that what I can do, I'm going to write something like get name, which is of type string, that what I can give. And this is how I have given. Now here, I'll be writing another interface. Can I use like, another interface here? Yes, you can. Now I'm just writing something like person detail, that what I can give. And I'm going to extend the behavior from where person interface. Now you can see the time when I'm going to give something like that, additional information what you wanted to give, you can just give it over there. Maybe I can write something like number is equal to age is going to be, let's say 32 if I'll be giving. Now you see it won't allows you. An interface property cannot have an initializer. That means either it is a property or it is a method. In both the cases, we never have any kind of initialization. We have only the declaration. Understood? That means interface is a blueprint of the class where it contains only the declaration. See this, where it comes with only declaration, but not the implementation. Now, in generalized terminology, interface is a contract to its derived class where it provides the rules and a derived class must follow the rule and provide the implementation. Now to create an interface, we use that interface keyword. And as I told you, JavaScript is not supported with the interfaces that we are having. Now what I can do, I created one interface here. That is person is one interface where I'm having name is one property and get name is the another property. I mean, another method that what I have created and which is going to return the data of type string I'm having. And here also, maybe I can say gender and I'm taking it as going to be string. That's it. So total, how many interfaces I have created here? How many interfaces I have created here? I created 2 interfaces, right? Now, when I'm executing this particular one, or else maybe I'll go for the compilation, I'll be using TSC space. I'm using interface dot TS if I'm using. Now you can see the JavaScript file is created here. Now if you can go to the JavaScript file, do you have any logic here? Tell me. Do we have any logic here? No. Why we don't have any logic here? Because interface is available. Interface is available only in the TypeScript, but interfaces are not supported in the JavaScript. JavaScript is not supported that interface. That is the reason. If at all, if you wanted to use, you can use it. Otherwise, you can simply ignore that as well. Then, what is the need of the JavaScript? Okay, what is the need of the JavaScript? What is the need of the JavaScript? The need of the JavaScript is going to be, that means we have like few advantages here. The first advantage is going to be, advantages are, the first one is going to be validating the structure. Okay, validating the structure of the data. Structure of the data. That means, let's say, or else structure of the properties, I can say. That means, suppose let's say, and I'm going to connect with my database server and getting the data, or else I'm connecting with my servers. Maybe you can see we have fake store API slash, you can see where I'm using, let's say products is the one that what I'm using. Now you can see we have the data here. The data, if you can see, which is of type an array, and each array will contain a JSON object. See that this is the third JSON object and fourth JSON object and fifth one. Like that, we have different JSON objects are available. Now, for you, the requirement is going to be you people wants to read the data from this particular JSON. Understand? From this particular JSON, then I need to create a property exactly with the same structure, right? Yes or no? That means I supposed to have some class or an interface which should contain the same property, same structure of the property. Then at that time, always it's good to have what? Interface. Understand? Always it's good to have an interface. And at the same time, whenever, if you wanted to, whenever, if we wanted to pass, if we wanted to pass object as the parameter, then also we use it. That means, suppose let's say I just wanted to send store some data which is exactly similar to this particular type. Whatever the properties we are having, let's say ID, title, price, description, category, and then image. Like that, we have different properties. And our requirement is going to be, I wanted to pass all the data at once. Then at that particular moment, we will be using the interface. Understood? We will be using the interface over here. Like that it is going to be. That means interface can be mainly used to validating the structure of the property whenever if you are communicating with the APIs or whenever if you are communicating with the database data. At that particular moment, we'll be using that one. Now what I can do, I'm creating one interface here. And here you can see I created second interface, something like person detail. Now I'm going to have another interface also here, and which is of type, let's say, employee. And here it is extends from where person, and at the same time, let me have the person detail, that what I can say. Person detail, that what I can say. Now this is the third interface. Now here I'm creating this particular interface. One second. I created an interface here, and here also, maybe let's say I'm using employee code, and which is of type number, that what I can give. That's it. Now here you can see I'm doing like, the inheritance. Now here, what type of inheritance, if we can combine these two, what type of inheritance here it is? I told you we have different types of inheritances are available: single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Total, we are having 5 different types of inheritances. Now, the first scenario, if you can observe that, what I am doing, I have an interface, and this interface is inheriting, and another interface, that is the person detail, that is single. And after that, you can see I created an employee, and in that employee, if you can see, I have what? 2 set of classes or 2 set of interfaces I used. Now this is what we call it as a very good multiple inheritance. That means multiple base classes. From there, I'm having a single child class. Multiple base items or multiple base type. From there, single child type, that what I am having. Now what I want to do, I'm going to create an object. So how it can create an object? Let's say, let employee object is equal to, if I'll be using new employee, if I'm writing, there you can see we have an error. There we have an error. Cannot find the name that is an employee, because as I told you, it is not at all possible to create what? An objects for an interface directly. So if that is a case, user may enter like any data. User may enter, let's say, employee obj dot. User may enter the name, or user may enter, let's say, age. So, but we don't have any proper structure. But how we can make use of the proper structure here? For that, what I can do is, I'm taking an employee here, and then I can provide the data that what I wanted to have. So how I can do that? Now you can see employee object dot. See there? See there? Am I able to get like, the structure of the properties or not? Tell me. Yes or no? I'm able to see like, all the structure of property. That means what properties are required for me, I'm able to get that particular structure. Now, first thing is going to be get name is equal to, maybe I can give the name as Srikanth, and at the same time, I'll be writing empobj dot, let's say we have that age is equal to, I'm giving some age, and the next one is going to be emp obj dot, we have what? Gender, that what I can give is equal to, which is of type string, where I can give the male, and after that employee code is equal to, directly I don't want to write employee object dot employee code is equal to 1234, that what I am using. Now save this application once, and you can display the data. That is how I can do that. Simply I'll be using console dot, let's say log I can give, and where I can say employee ID. I'm going to write like a dollar and then empobj dot employee name, that what I can say. Sorry, ID, right? Employee code, comma. Second one is going to be employee name that we are having, and I can give a dollar, and where I can go with empobj dot. We have what name I can give, and the third one is going to be we have the age, where I can say I'm giving the dollar empobj dot. We have the age I can say, and after that we have gender. The gender is also going to be, I'll give the dollar, where I can go with empobj dot gender, that what I can give. That's it. Understood? That means it's all about, like, you may get it out, Shrikant, if it is not supported. Sir, what's going on? Line number 13. See, I created an object of this particular one and I'm providing the data. I'm providing the data. That's it. Interfaces are not supported. As I told you, interfaces are not supported. But I have a requirement. I wanted to create an object with a proper structure. I wanted to create, guys. Then those structures you can create with the help of interfaces. Understood? That means, let's say you can take this as an example. I have an ID and I have the title, I have the price, description, category, image, something like that. This is what the data that what I want to get. Apart from that one, if user has given anything, I don't want to allow to store. That is what my requirement. Then how you are going to restrict that one? Tell me. Did you understand what I'm saying? That means I have a requirement. I wanted to get only the data in this particular format. I wanted to get only the data in this particular format. If that is a case, I need to provide a good structure. First of all, how to provide that structure? That structure I created with the help of interface. Now I'm creating an object of an employee and I'm providing the structure over here. Understand? And I'm providing the structure over here. This is like, one syntax. I will show you another as well. Before that, what I can do, let me compile it one more time, and there you can see how it is going to be. I'll go with interface.js. Now you see employee obj. If this is a case, just to tell me, I'll show you. If this is a case, if there is no interface is available, user may write something like employee dot. Understand? As this is open, so it is okay. But you see, if I am writing something like employee obj dot, I can write, let's say, job also, right? Job is equal to welcome if I am using. But tell me, just assume that, do we have the job in the object, whatever we are returning? The object that what I am getting is having what? Name, age, gender, employee code. But we don't have a specific type here. So that is the reason user may give like some blind value, something like empobj.job is equal to welcome. We don't have it. But here we don't have any error. Now the same thing, if I'll be using like, in the type step. Now go to the type step and then you can give emp job here. Okay. When I'm giving emp job here, am I getting an error or not? Yes or no? A property job does not exist on the current type. That is an employee. That is what I mentioned here very clearly. The main advantage of interface is what? It is validating the structure of the property. It is validating the structure of the property. That is the main advantage that we are having it here. Understand? That is the main advantage that what we are having it here. Validating the structure of the property. You may get another question here, Shrikant, why do I need to validate? Because in practical environment, we are getting the data in the form of what? I mean, maybe you are getting the data from the interfaces. Maybe you are getting the data by making an API call, and that API may return like, different data. If that is the case, you need to have an idea about what type of data we are retrieving or what type of data we are sending it to the server. That is very important. And to validate that particular structure, we need to use what? Interfaces only. That is the main advantage. To validate the structure of the data, we go with the interface. Understood? Tell me. Tell me, guys. Now you see, I'm writing like this, nothing after that. Let's say node space interface dot JS, I can say. Now I'm able to see what 1, 2, 3, 4, and name is Shrikant, and age 32, and gender is going to be male that we are having. This is how it is going to be. Clear now? And we have another way is also available. Another way is going to be, maybe instead of writing like this, what you can do is here itself you can provide. Here itself. Now you can see age is going to be how much you want to give. Maybe I can say the age as 32. And here, if you wanted to give there, then you can give the colon. And after that, you see gender. I'll be giving the gender as going to be, let's have the male. And after that, employee code. I'll be writing 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have name is available where I can give the name as going to be, let's say, Shrikant, that what I can give. Any additional if I'm giving, maybe let's say subject. I don't have the subject over there. If I'll be writing subject something like an angular, there it won't allows you. It will throw you an error. The conversion of the type age, number, gender, employee code, name, subject to the type employee may be a mistake because neither type sufficiently, you can see, because neither type sufficiently overlaps the other. If it was intentional, okay, if this was intentional, convert that expression into unknown first, and the property get name is missing in the type that what it is throwing. Understand? So like that it is going to be. That means whatever the type we define, we must and should provide that particular data only. If we can add any additional data, then it will throw you an error. That is the importance of an interface. Clear? Clear now? Hello? Right. And here you can see, I created an interface where I'm having, it is inherited to another interface. And this interface is also another interfaces only. But Shrikant, do we have like any class implementation? Can we go with that particular one? Obviously, yes. Obviously, yes. That's up to you. How we can do that one? Maybe I can create another example. Let's say interface example 1.ts I can give. Interface example 1.ts I can give. Okay. Sashi Prakash is asking a question, line number 13. Yes, tell me, Sashi. See, if I'm not giving here, this is your question. I understood, right? If I'm not giving here, what is the issue? Is that Sashi Prakash? Then user may give anything, right? Suppose let's say I can use job is going to be something like a trainer. But tell me, we have like only the property name, age, gender, and employee code. Do we have the job? Tell me, Prakash. Then what about the type safety here. We don't have it type safety, right? So that is the reason what I can do. I need only the data of this particular type. I need only the data of what type? Employee type only. Employee type. Understand? Employee type. That's it. So that is the reason. Clear now? I'm not creating any instance. That is what I'm telling you. Instances are created only with the help of new keyword. With the help of new keyword, only the memory is allocated. But do we have any memory here? No, right? People are asking me, Srikanth, here person detail, if you can use that should be fine. Then why you are using the person again here? That's okay. If you wanted to remove, you can. Not an issue, same output. Just to tell you, like, TypeScript supports all the types of inheritances where I included. But if you wanted to remove that, yes, you can do that. Not an issue. Okay. Cool. So this is all about like, the interface that what I have created. Now, what I just want to do, I wanted to create an interface, and from that particular interface, let me create a class. So how I can do that? Just you can see, I have an interface and the name of the interface is going to be person is the name that what I am having. Now, as I told you, interface is having only the declaration where it is not comes with any kind of water. Any kind of what interface is not comes with any kind of what implementations. I'll be taking something like first name, which is of type string, I can say. And after that, we have the last name, which is of type string, I can give. Maybe I can give age, which is of type number. And I'm going to write something like full name is the function that what I'm creating. And also get age is the one that what I am using. That's it. So here you can see, I created like, three property, first name, last name, and age, and two methods I have created in my interface. Now, when I'm creating an interface, people are asking me, Srikanth, it look like similar to the Java, but you are using the extends keyword. In Java, whenever if you're having an interface, then we use implements keyword. Am I right? In Java, that is going to be implements keyword. But why I am not using that here is, in the previous example, you can see I'm creating only the interfaces. See this. I'm creating only the interfaces. Person is an interface. Person details is an interface. Employee is also an interface. Okay. Employee details is employee is also an interface only. But now this time, if I'm using, let's say, instead of using that, maybe I can have a class here and the class name is going to be, now I'm creating an interface with the name iPerson and I'm creating a class that is the person class, which if I'm using extends from iPerson, if I'll be writing iPerson, if I'm writing, there you can see what happened here. There you can see what happened. Cannot extend an interface iPerson. Did you mean implement, sir? Did you mean implement, sir? That's it. Now, what does it mean? If an interface, I'll be writing here, if an interface inherited another interface, we use extends keyword. We use what? Extends keyword. But if an interface is inherited a class, we use what? We use what? Implements keyword. Implements keyword. We use what? Implements keyword. And another point that what I'll be writing here, by default, all the interface members are public and abstract. That means you need not to specify. You need not to specify explicitly you need not to specify anything. By default, those are public only and those are abstract. Shrikant, can I give, let's say, private access modifier here? When I'm giving, let's say, private access modifier, there you can see we have an error over here. Now, what is that error? Private modifier cannot appear on the type on a type member. That means interface is not allows you to have like this. Suppose Shrikant, can I give, let's say, protected here? Protected is also no. Shrikant, can I give, let's say, public if I'll be writing? Maybe I can give, let's say, public if I'm using. Public also not required. Because what happened here? By default, all the interface members are public in nature. Explicitly, it is not required for you to specify that as going to be the public. That is the first one. Understand? And second one, you know, whenever if a method is having, only the declaration, generally, yesterday we have created what? Abstract keyword, right? Yes or no? Tell me. Yesterday we have created with the help of an abstract keyword. But here, if I'm giving an abstract keyword, now you can see the abstract modifier cannot appear on the type member. That means it won't allow you to have an abstract. So that what I can do, I'll be removing this one. So here I created an interface where it comes with 3 property and I have 2 methods. First method is used to get like, the full name of an employee or else the person. And the second method is used to get the name. That's it. That is how it is going to be. Maybe you can take a full name is of type string and age is also going to be, I just wanted to give some number type that what I can do. That's it. That means 2 functions. I wanted to have what? 2 function in my child class and it is must to have it. So that is the reason I'm providing here full name and age. Understood? Understood. Now what I want to do, I created a class here and the class name is the person. When I'm creating a person class, then we must use the implements keyword. Now you have to provide the implementation for all the members that are available on the interface. For all the members that are available on the interface. That is must. We don't have any other option. Then Shrikant, how I can do that one? To do that one, what I can do is I'll be using first name and you see we'll be writing last name. We'll be using age and then we have full name function. You see that we must have to provide the implementation. That's it. Now how I can do that one? Simply return this dot first name plus I'm giving some space where I can say this dot last name. And at the same time, I just wanted to have get age. Now how we can do that? Return this dot age that what I can give. Clear now? That means I just wanted to get the full name of a person. How to get the full name? First name plus last name. And I'm creating it as a string type so that I'm returning the first name and last name. Understood? And after that, get age is like, one function that I have defined in my interface. Now, for that implementation is what? User may enter like, age here. And that age I'm going to returning it to the user one more time. That is what I'm trying to do. Now, this is a class. Class can have anything. Whatever you people wants to have, you can have anything. Maybe I'll take a simple constructor where I can say first name, string, and then last name, string I can give. And after that, age, which is of type number, and I'm going to initialize the data to here. So how I can do that? This dot first name equal to F name, and then this dot last name equal to L name, and after that, this dot age is equal to, I'm giving the age over here. Understood, guys, this one, what I have done so far? Any questions now you can ask? Any question now you can ask? Full name use the name itself, it indicates getting the full name, man. By combining first name and last name, I'm returning full name. That's it. See, interface is exactly, I can tell you with an example. Gajanan Shinde, I'm telling you an example. Simply, just listen. What exactly the interface, maybe you wanted to construct the home, man. Okay, you people wants to construct the home. Then directly you cannot start the home, right? First, what we are doing, we are going to make a plan. Definitely, we will be writing some plan, and we have some documentation, or else we have some chart, and on the top of it, we have given like something like the dimension, and this is the place where I supposed to have the master bedroom, and this is the place where I need to have the hall and mini hall, or else like the double bedroom, and then kitchen. This is the place. Like that, we'll go with a kind of blueprint or not. Tell me, yes or no? Yes or no? That is exactly an interface. That means interface, what it will do, it will give you a structure to you. That's it. Nothing apart from that. Interface, what it will do, it will provide you a structure. Now, by following that particular construction design, we are going to develop the house. Definitely. If you are not follow that one, then what happen? You're expecting, let's say, single bedroom, or else let's say double bedroom, and initially you done like some design, but you're not following the design. End of the result definitely will be a different way, right? Yes or no? End of the day, whenever like if it complete, if you're not following the design that what you have prepared very initial day, then what happen? Then what happen? It will give you like in a different manner. That is how it is going to be. Understand? That is how it is going to be. Now, for that reason, what I can do, I'll be taking an interface. An interface, what it will give you, it provides you what mandatory rules. That means I have like first name. I should have like the last name. I have the age. I have the full name. I wanted to get like the last name and all. That is how it is going to be. Understand? That is how it is going to be. That means these are mandatory to have. And additionally, if you wanted to add, suppose let's say you have designed like for a double bedroom and it is working perfectly fine and you have given like all the dimension. But inside the double bedroom, what you wanted to have, that is what that implementation. Some people may have, let's say in the bedroom, some people may have like some TV unit, or else some people may have maybe let's say double cot bed, and some people may have let's say the AC unit. So these are all like different implementation. uh, it's my requirement where I can have like what AC unit, TV, and double cot bed. And some people what they're doing, they wanted to make it as going to be a movie kind of theater. They just maintain some recliners and they are having what some screen over there. But the dimensions are same, right? Tell me, yes or no? Dimensions are same. That is like master bedroom only. but like internal design is different. Some people may use like, for sleeping purpose. Some people they wanted to create it as a movie theater kind of thing. Some people may create it as a office room. But the dimensions, if you can see, that is mandatory to have. And that kind of things you can have maintain in the interface. And here, implementation, that's up to you. Now, what I am doing here, I wanted to have like, in my application, first name, last name, age, full name, get chip, get age. These are the things that what I wanted to have. Now, when I'm creating a new class from the interface, when I'm implementing that from interface, this class also should contain all the property. Additionally, if you wanted to have anything, you can. Understood? Additionally, if you wanted to have anything, you can do that one. That is how the interfaces are going to be. That is the reason where you can define it here one more time. Understood now? Tell me. Abstract class will contain normal members also, right? Generally, if you can take an abstract class, abstract can contain normal. But here, everything is going to be mandatory only. Everything is going to be mandatory. Understood? Everything is mandatory here. But if it is an abstract, abstract means what? It contain abstract or non-abstract also. But here it is everything is mandatory. That is how it is. Constructor is compulsory to use in the class for an interface. No need, man. Just it's a class. So class can have the constructor now, so that I use it. Nothing apart from that. Okay. Perfect. Now you can see I'm creating an object. So how I can do that one? Where let's say obj and the type is going to be what I can do. I'm using person is equal to new person that what I am using. Now that time when I'm asking and when I'm creating, it is asked me to provide the first name. Maybe I can say Srikanth as my first name and the last name. I'm giving my initial name. And after that, it is asked me to give that age. I'm giving that age over there. And then I'll be using some console dot log. I can say, I just wanted to give name is equal to name is going to be. Now I wanted to call that obj dot. We have what? Get full name, or else let's say full name is the method that we are having. I'm calling it. Understand? And another one is going to be, I'll be using console.log age I'm using, and here I'm using obj dot. We have get age is available. I'm writing something like this. That's it. Now this is how it is going to be. Now let me compile it once again. Just come here and then first clear the screen. TSC space. We have what? Interface example one dot ts I can give. Now you see what happened. We have the JavaScript. But if you can open, let's say interface example one dot JavaScript, do we have the interface here? Tell me, do we have that interface here? The answer is no. We don't have any kind of interface, as interfaces are not supported in the JavaScript, so that even though you write like in the TypeScript, end of the day, Srikanth, then why I should write it? Because TypeScript is supports you so that you can utilize that implementation. Now you can just execute that particular one. How I can do that one? Simply node space interface example one dot. I'll be using JS. Now you see the name is Srikanth Ralabandi and age is going to be 32 that we are having. Age is going to be 32 that we are having. So this is how we will be using the interface at class level. If it is a class, there you can use what? If it is a class, there you can use what? Implements. If it is going to be an interface, there you can use extends keyword. Okay, extends keyword. That is how it is going to. Clear now? Very good. Nice. Nice. No, it is not possible. Muhammad Rehan, it is not possible. Even in the inheritance hierarchy also, interfaces at the top level. We don't have that much, Rajesh. Static, non-static. We don't have like all those things. If we wanted to take a value from the keyboard. For that, like, we supposed to have like, different things are available. I'm not using like you see constructor. I used it in the class. I use the constructor inside the class, not on the interface. So here person class can we have declare both the variables rather than the interface. Yes, you can. Suppose I just wanted to get, let's say, maybe the subject information and you can create it. That's up to you. Okay. So you can create like, any other logic that's up to you here. It doesn't matter that like you should have only that. Interface is just like, it's a contract for the class and the derived classes. That's it. Okay. Class to interface can be implements. Class to interface can, no. Class to interface it is not. Yes. See, why it is possible mean, I told you already, in JavaScript, you don't have the interface now. Shashi Prakash, do we have the interface here? So that is the reason it won't consider that like in the memory. So that we, whatever the class you people are having, that class only available in the memory. So that is the reason. Understood? Next. That is okay. An interface is what? It is a blueprint. Nothing is there. Interface will contain what? Just a declaration. And whenever if the derived class you wanted to create and you wanted to follow that, then you can create it. That's it. Interface, it gives you just like, the rules and regulations. The way how we are constructing the home. How do we construct? First, we have to go for the design. And by following the design only, we will be constructing the home. And later, once if the home is constructed, then how we can make up, that is different story, right? Understand? That is different, right? That is how it is going to. The way how you are going to use, that's you can decide. But the thing is what? Construction is important. Maintaining the dimensions are very important. So like that, first we will be creating a blueprint and we must follow that and we can do that one. Understand? So that is how it is going. Yeah, mostly like that only you can. First one is going to be, it's all about interface, where you can have one interface, another interface like that. After that, it is something like an object-oriented programming, where the interface is inheriting a class from here. That is how I defined it. Okay. I don't know anything about the Java. Maybe you can. I told you, like, just here what exactly the interface, how we can we use that extends keyword, but if an interface is inherited a class, we use what? Implements keyword. I have written already. Okay. Yes, inside the class you can write your own implementation. That is where. But the thing is, you must have to follow the interface implementation and understand what I'm saying. Whatever we have in the interface, you must have to provide that implementation. That is the first thing. Later, whatever you wanted to provide additional implementation, that you can write it over there. Maybe I can write some greet function. Let's say greet is the function where it is asking me to pass, let's say, some string value. And here I'm creating it as type void. Now I'll be using console dot log that what I can give, and I can write welcome plus I'm using the name that what user has provided. And now what I want to do here, directly I can call it, let's say obj dot, I'm having the greet method where it is expecting me to pass Srikant so that I can give it over there. That's it. Now you can see once if I'm giving that, now you see first thing is going to be, I'll compile it, and then second thing, I'm sorry. Second thing, when I'm executing, am I able to get the message welcome Srikant or not? Tell me. Tell me. Am I able to get it or not? That means the child class, whatever you created, the child class must follow all the rules that interface provides. You must have to provide all the rules and regulation. Additionally, if you wanted to write anything that you can do, whatever you want to do, you can do that. But the thing is whatever the parent class is offering, or whatever that interface will provides you, you must have to follow them. You must have to follow them. That's it. Understood? Guys, Tirumalesh, that you will be understanding it in the Angular. Now, this is a session where to give you good understanding. Okay. On TypeScript, pure TypeScript. Anyhow, we will be learning the Angular from Monday onwards. There you will be understanding how to take an input and each and everything. That part will be understand. Okay. Mm, just let's say an example. Very
Recording in
important concept in the
progress.
TypeScript is modules in TypeScript. Kranti, why you need to write? I'm sharing you all the source, whatever I'm discussing in the session with the help of Google Classroom. Then why you need to write? I don't know exactly why you people are writing one more time. Don't need to write anything. Okay. Don't need to write anything. I'll definitely forward you whatever I'm explaining in the session, that you can find it over there, right? Notes not. Hey man, it's very simple thing. Don't make it as, see, if you can copy this, just you can copy this. Just you can copy this and open the notepad or notepad plus plus and paste it. Are you able to see this or not? Tell me. Tell me. What is not open then? How to open programs means it's very simple. See, daily don't make it as going to be an assignment for me. Just listen, guys, whatever I'm explaining, and don't ask me these questions again and again. Okay. See, you people are getting the assignments like this. Okay. You people are getting the assignments like this. After that, what you can do, just click on three dots and click on open new window. There you can have what? Download button you will be finding. Okay. Download button you will be finding it here. Just click on download so that it gets downloaded in the download section. Now, once if it is getting downloaded, you may get a question, Srikanth, you have the WinRAR software. So that is where you are able to get it in that way. You can download it. WinRAR is a free software only. There is no need to pay any kind of license. Okay, just you can take, I'll give that.
Recording in progress.
So now I shared one link to you. You can download it. Once if you can download it, there you can see, simply right click on here and then go to just WinRAR software you will be getting and extract to any of the file. Now you see we'll be having the TypeScript, and if you can open that, and then you can open with Visual Studio Code. You just open the Visual Studio Code, and from the Visual Studio Code, go to the file, and there we have the open folder, and in the open folder you have D drive, or else where it is available. It is available, I hope, in the downloads, and there we have the TypeScript, and you can select it and then select the folder. There you can have all that examples. In mobile, it is not open means I can't do anything. In mobile, it is not open means don't ask me that question. I can't do anything. Okay. I can't do anything. I never told you that this will get opened in the mobile. Okay. Okay. From now onwards, don't ask me notes is not open or examples are not open. Everything will get opened if you open with properly. Okay. That is okay. Let me go with the next concept here. That is something like modules in the TypeScript. Now, any application development you can take, we are not going to start end to end from the day one onwards, right? That means end to end app development, we are not going to do from the day one onwards. That won't be possible. End to end development. First, whatever the project you people are getting, we have to divide that particular requirement into different modules, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? That means suppose let's say if Naresh IT people is approaching you and they ask you like, they need some web application for their institute, then what you're going to do? You may ask a question that, okay, what are all the pages you need? Then they will tell something like, I wanted to have like, some registration page where student can register. I just wanted to have some page where I wanted to populate all the list of classes that what I'm going to deliver. And for online, like, one, and for offline, that is another one that what I'm having. So like, so if that is a case, if that is a case, I just wanted to have what different pages. That means they are asking different pages. Then immediately you never start like blindly. First of all, okay, Naresh IT is the website. Okay, in Naresh IT, based on their requirement, what are all the modules are required. Okay, trainer is one module which is required, and after that, the second module is going to be student, and the third module is going to be courses, and fourth module is going to be fee structure. Am I right? And fifth module is going to be admin, and the sixth module is going to be, let's say, offers or something. So first, what you can do based on the requirement, we have to divide that application into different modules or not. Tell me. Yes or no? Hello. And at the same time, when it comes to the trainer is having like, different components, or else like, different pages. Let's say page one, and at the same time, page two. And then we have, let's say, class one, and at the same time, class two is there. Now each class, let's say, is having some function. Maybe I'm having that function. That is the F1 is the function, and then F2 is the function that what I'm having. Now you can see base level we have Naresh IT, and Naresh IT is having different modules to implement, and each module is having different pages and classes. Each class is having some functionality. Now, do we have that guarantee where this functionality is used only at a trainer? Tell me. Is it going to be used only at a trainer? Maybe the same functionality can be used within the courses also, right? Suppose I have a requirement, I just wanted to use this particular functionality even here. Then what I need to do? Do I need to rewrite the logic? Tell me. Do I need to rewrite? If that is a case, whenever if the logic is changed in one place, then again I need to go to the second place. I have to do the modifications, right? I have to do the modifications. So to overcome that one, what they are doing is they implemented a concept of module in the TypeScript. Modules are nothing but, these are nothing but export and import statement in TypeScript. In TypeScript, export and import statement are nothing but the modules, I can say. Now, what is the importance of this export and import statement is these are used to used these are used for, or else these are used for exporting the functionality of one class into another class. The class which is exporting should be having export keyword, export keyword, and where we wanted to access, there we use import keyword. There we use import keyword, that what I can say. Understood? The class where it is available, there you can use the export keyword. The class where it is going to be used, there you can use the import keyword. That is how it is going to be. Export and import keywords are going to be very important over here. Right. There you can use that import. Now how we can make use of it, just you can see that. Now here, I'll create two folders. I'll create two folders. First one is going to be, my first folder is going to be, let's say employee is the folder. Or else let's say person is the folder that what I am having. And at the same time, I'll create another folder that is employee is the another folder. Person is one folder. And second one is going to be employee is the another folder. Now in the person folder, I created an interface so that let's say, maybe I can say that interface I person contract I can say dot ts I can give, and I'm writing some interface, and this is going to be I person where I'm having what ID, let's say person ID, which is of type number, and then person name, which is of type string, and at the same time person age, which is of type number, that what I can do. Now this interface, I wanted to use it in my employee module. Let's say this is an employee different. I created an employee class here. Let's say employee.ts. Now here what I can do, I'm writing a class here with the name an employee. Okay, where I'm having that employee class, which is inherited, or else let's say implements from where person contract. Okay, from where person. Now what is the class name here? It's a I person. I'm sorry, from I person if I'm using. Now you see that time when I'm giving I person here, what happened? Unexpected keyword. Okay, implements I can say. When I'm using implements, now you can see cannot find the name person. Why it is not finding? Because person contract is available in a different module and employee is available in a different module, right? But I have a requirement. I wanted to use this person contract from the person module in that employee module, employee.ts. I just wanted to make use of it. Then how you can use it? For that reason, what you can do, we will be using the concept of export and import statements. First thing, what I am using export here. And whenever if you people have used an export here, you can import from here. Now you can see. Now what I'm going to import? I'm going to import this particular class, and where it is available? It is available under the person module, and where it is available? Person contract. It is available under the person contract that what we are having. Understand? So like that it is going to be. I'm having what? Person. Now you can see whenever if you are exporting, then only we are able to import. Suppose if I'm not exporting here, I'm not exporting here, now you cannot import it either. You can see file D:, full stack Angular, TypeScript, person, and person contract.ts is not a module because we haven't exported it. But when I'm giving an export here, now you can see we are able to import. We are able to import that we are having. Clear na? Export and import statement. Every day in Angular, we are using these statements. Every day we are using this one. That's common, very quite common thing that we are having an export and import statement. Now, what is an import statement? exports and import statements in TypeScript are nothing but the modules. Are nothing but modules. What are used for and what is the purpose of it? These are used for exporting the functionality from one class to another class, and the class which is exporting should have export keyword, and where we want to access, there we use the import keyword, something like this. Understood? So this is very small concept, but which we are using it very frequently in our real time. Okay, which we are using very frequently in our real time. So that's it for the day. And another thing is, I heard something that most of the people, like, while they log in, they face some issue. I don't think so that is much complex. Just give me a minute, I will show you. And before that, let me add the examples. I'm going to add all that examples one more time. Okay. Okay, he haven't shared, like, the links. What is the challenge you are facing, like, while logging into the app? A problem when open the command prompt Visual Studio. See, after open, like, the Visual Studio terminal, type CMD. There you will be getting, okay? That is the one. And after that, what is the shortcut for import statement? No need to follow any kind of shortcuts. Just you can write, like, import. Okay. Import the name of the module. You can write import the name of the module. Okay. From where it is available. It is available in which file. You can give file name. That's it. Sir, it is not working, showing not valid keyword. You can go with the normal command prompt, ma'am, then Shanti Pawar or Vidya Hathi. You can go with the normal command prompt. That is also fine. I didn't get the link. I'm sharing you, like, the classroom link, guys. Maybe you can use it. Sir, after opening normal command prompt, code is compiled, JS file is generated, but output is not displayed. Have you used, like, node space file, node space file name .js? Please use that one. Sir, who are facing command prompt in Visual Studio, tell them. It's about the classroom. Kiran, that you can get it from the Pavan only. Pavan only will take care of. Adivamshi will see that tomorrow. Okay, it's weekend, right? We'll see that tomorrow. Cannot create an instance an abstract class. It's showing an error yesterday's task. Yeah, definitely. If it is an abstract class, how you can create an instance? It is not at all possible, right? If it not open, like, mobile, don't ask me the questions like, I'm not able to open it in my mobile. Leave about that. I don't want to bother anything about like, the mobile point of view. It's all about like, I'm thinking only the web that is like, from there. That's it. In my case, where I type the class category, it shows invalid identified error. Just to check that, like, why invalid identifier means like you created it in a different name. Invalid means. Hello. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay then. That's it, guys, for the day. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.